There is a country in Europe where 60% of the people are Muslim. It sits between the Adriatic and Ionian seas, surrounded by mountains, ancient cities, and some of the most stunning coastline you have never seen on a travel show. And for 50 years, Islam was completely banned here. No mosques, no Quran, no prayer, no call to prayer, nothing. The government destroyed the mosques. They imprisoned the imams. They told the people, your faith is illegal. But the faith never died. That country is Albania. And this is the story nobody is telling. You are watching Hidden Ummah. Let's start with the basics. Albania sits in southeastern Europe, on the western edge of the Balkan Peninsula, nestled between the Adriatic Sea to the west and the Ionian Sea to the south. Its neighbors are Greece, North Macedonia, Kosovo, Montenegro, and Serbia. The population is approximately 3 million people, and here is the number that surprises almost everyone. Approximately 57% of Albania's population is Muslim, making it one of the highest Muslim majority percentages of any country in Europe. A Muslim majority country in Europe that most people have never heard of. Now, before we get into the history, let's talk about what Albania actually looks like, because this country is stunning in a way that the world has almost entirely missed. The Albanian Alps in the north are some of the most dramatic mountain landscapes on the continent. Deep valleys, ancient villages, trails that feel like they belong to another century. Beth National Park sits inside those Alps, where waterfalls pour down between peaks and traditional stone houses have been standing for hundreds of years. Then there is Berat, a UNESCO World Heritage City known as the City of 1,000 Windows. Imagine Ottoman-era white stone houses climbing up a hillside, each one with rows of wide windows catching the light. It looks like something from a dream. Gjirokastër is another UNESCO city, an ancient Ottoman stronghold that feels frozen in time. Cobblestone streets, stone towers, a fortress that watches over everything from above. And then there is the Blue Eye, a natural spring where crystal clear water wells up from deep, underground in a shade of blue so vivid it looks impossible. You stand over it and the color genuinely does not seem real. Albania's Riviera coastline stretches along the Ionian Sea with beaches that rival anything in Greece or Croatia, except without the crowds, because most of the world simply does not know this place exists yet. Now here is the question that changes everything. Did you know that in 1967, Albania became the world's first officially atheist state, and what that actually meant? For the Muslims live in there. Islam came to Albania in the 15th century during the Ottoman Empire. For hundreds of years, Albania was a living Muslim civilization. Mosques, markets, madrasas, Sufi lodges, a rich and layered Islamic culture woven into the fabric of daily life. Then came Enver Hoxha, the communist dictator who ruled Albania with an iron grip from 1944 until his death in 1985. In 1967, he made a declaration that shocked the world. He announced that Albania was abolishing religion entirely. All of it, not just Islam, Christianity too. Every faith banned by law. Mosques were converted into warehouses, sports halls, and cultural centers. Churches became cinemas. The Quran was confiscated. Imams were arrested, imprisoned, and in some cases executed. It became illegal to pray, illegal to fast, illegal to teach your children about God. But here is what Hoxha did not understand. You can close a mosque, you cannot close a heart. Albanian Muslim families kept their faith alive in secret. Grandmothers whispered prayers to grandchildren behind locked doors. Fathers taught their sons to make wudu in silence. The Quran was hidden under floorboards, behind walls, inside the covers of other books. For 50 years, an entire nation practiced its faith in secret, not because it was convenient, but because it was true. In 1990, communism collapsed. The doors opened, and the people came back to pray. Hundreds of mosques were rebuilt or restored across the country. The Et'hem Bey Mosque in the heart of Tirana, Albania's capital, became a symbol of that return. It had survived the communist era without being destroyed, and when religious freedom returned, thousands of people flooded into it. Some of them had not prayed openly in decades. Some of them were praying in a mosque for the very first time in their lives. Today, Albanian Muslim life is alive and growing. Walk through Tirana on a Friday and you will hear the adhan rising over the city. Ramadan brings a different energy to the streets, iftar tables, lights, families gathering. Halal food is widely available. Islamic schools and educational programs have been rebuilt from the ground up since 1990, an entire religious infrastructure being reconstructed by a community that refused to forget who it was. Albania also carries one of the most unique Islamic traditions in the world, the Bektashi Order, a Sufi brotherhood that has been rooted in Albanian soil for centuries. Their world headquarters is in Tirana, which makes Albania the only country on earth where the global center of a major Sufi order is located. Albanian Muslims are also known for something that runs deep in the culture: hospitality. The Albanian concept of besa means a pledge of honor, a promise to protect and welcome a guest no matter the cost. During World War II, Albanian Muslim families hid Jewish refugees at enormous personal risk because of besa, faith and honor woven together. And today, Albanian Muslims and Christians live side by side in a way that the rest of the world could learn from. Neighbors share meals across religious lines. Families attend each other's religious celebrations. The interfaith harmony here is not performed, it is simply lived. There are still mosques standing in Albania today that carry the marks of the communist era, walls that were repurposed, minarets that were removed and later rebuilt, buildings that hold the memory of what was done and what survived. Those marks are not hidden, they are kept, because this community does not want to forget. There was a time in Albania when calling the adhan was a crime punishable by imprisonment. Today, that same adhan rises freely over Tirana, over Berat, over Gjirokastër, over the Albanian Alps and the Ionian coastline. They banned the faith. They destroyed the buildings. They tried to erase 500 years of Islamic civilization in a single generation. And when the doors finally opened, the people came back. Not some of them, not a few of them. The people came back. Albania is proof of something that history keeps teaching us, and that we keep being surprised by. You can ban a religion. You cannot ban belief. If this story moved you, leave a comment and let us know which hidden Muslim community you want us to cover next. And subscribe to Hidden Ummah, because the stories that matter most are almost always the ones nobody is telling.